Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for our wonderful performers tonight. I haven't seen the event tonight. It's an honor to see all of you, even though I can't really see all of you. I see what he sees. Can anybody here say they've ever seen or might see again what he did on the floor with his hands backwards? Unbelievable. I've seen a lot of concerts in my life, and I never saw anything remotely close to that. But thank you for being here. The American Cancer Society, the official sponsor of birthdays, along with Digestive Disease Associates and Burke's Cardiology, our platinum sponsors tonight. Welcome you to Concert for a Cause. We have more on the way, obviously. But first, we have a few people that we'd like to introduce. I want to say a few words for this great event tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I know it was touch and go for a few days. It's nice to see everybody here. Nice to see that the water's receding. Everybody seems to be doing fantastic this evening, so it's an honor to see all of you. Right now, I'd like to introduce Dr. John Gleason, the practice administrator for one of our platinum sponsors, Digestive Disease Associates. If you'd like to say a few words, please give Dr. Gleason a warm welcome.
Hi everyone, I can barely see you. I can't see you actually. So thanks for attending tonight. I'm John Gleason from Digestive Disease Associates, and I just want to say that we're so proud to be a part of this event, to be sharing the platinum sponsorship with Burke's Cardiology. American Cancer Society is a wonderful organization. They do so much in terms of advocacy, services for people who need services when they're going through this, and also in terms of supporting research to cure the disease. And so I just wanted to say that we're proud to be a part of that. I'm also proud to be associated with the people from the American Cancer Society, who are wonderful people, very dedicated, and they do great work. So we're lucky in Berks County. We have a great office, great people, very dedicated. I encourage you, if you haven't had a chance, to get involved with the Cancer Society, because it's a wonderful organization and there's a lot of opportunities to be involved. Thanks to everyone who's put this event on tonight, especially Lisa Blecker, Kalpa Solanki, Susan Christine. There's too many people, Vitali, who've really been a very major part of putting it together, and we appreciate your efforts. So, last thing I wanted to say was, if you're 50 and you haven't had your colonoscopy, you need to, I can hook you up with some guys tonight.
Digestive Disease Associates very much. Right now, I'd like to introduce another platinum sponsor who is here tonight, Dr. Louis Borgata from from Burke's Cardiology. Please give a warm welcome, Dr. Louis Borgata from Burke's Cardiology.
I don't think I've ever been on stage this big before. Good evening and welcome. Hopefully you're enjoying this amazing concert. A few things I want to touch base on first. My wife just texted me on my way out here wondering where I was. Oh, I'm right here. Secondly, thankfully I'm a much better doctor than I am public speaker, so please bear with me. Let me introduce myself, Lou Borgata. I'm current president of Burke's Cardiology. And Burke's Cardiology has been practicing cardiology in this area since Dr. Gary Lattin founded it in 1972. So we've been here practicing for almost 40 years, taking care of patients who are the heart of Burke's Cardiology, as we like to say, at both Reading Hospital and Medical Center and St. Joseph's Medical Center. We're a single specialty group. We are all board certified in cardiology, and we all have our subspecialty areas of expertise in which most of us are boarded in those areas. Just to cover a few areas that are sort of big in the news, we do cardiac catheterization through radial arteries or the arm caths. We do radiofrequency ablations for abnormal heart rhythms, for atrial fibrillation, and we're the only private practice group in Pennsylvania that actually does cardiac PET scanning, which is the most innovative way to look for coronary artery disease. So why is Birth Cardiology supporting the American Cancer Society? Well, unfortunately, just like I'm sure many people in this room, we at Birth Cardiology's family have suffered from cancer, as well as I suspect a lot of people or families in this room. We've learned that there are a number of similarities between heart disease and cancer. Number one, heart disease and cancer seem to be fighting for the number one slot in the number one cause of death in the United States. And also, it seems that good, healthy living, good diet, and exercise seem not only to decrease your overall risk of heart attack, but also decreases the risk of number of cancers. So, therefore, as birth cardiologists, we want to be able to say in this county that not only are we able to decrease or hopefully eliminate the number one, but also the number two cause of death in the United States, or at least in Berks County. Lastly, Kalpa Solanki, who is the chairperson of this event, is actually the wife of one of my partners, and we're very happy to support her and this great cause. In closing, we are proud sponsors of the American Cancer Society and happy to be part of this great event. And lastly, if I don't do this, or I need to do this to protect my marriage, my wife is actually the chairperson for this year's St. Joe's Heart Board Charity Ball, and it's being held on November 12th, and we'd love to have you all there on November 12th, supporting another great cause in women's heart health, and also all of you can be a part of eliminating number one and number two cause of death in the United States. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. That was good. That was better than I could ever do, Doctor. Let's hear one more time, please. For Dr. Rich Madonna, thank you so much for being a sponsor this year. Right now, I'd like to introduce our honorary survivor chair for the evening. Please give a warm welcome to Kalpa Solanki, everybody.
Good evening. I'm so honored and humbled to be here tonight to serve as your honorary survivor chair. Lance Armstrong once said after his bout with cancer, he said, "I take nothing for granted. I now have only good days and great days, and today is a great day for me." I'm truly excited to be here tonight. 9 months ago, Lisa Blecker, who's also my neighbor across the street and our event chair for tonight, called me, and I thought she was calling me to just have a neighborly chat or borrow a cup of sugar, and instead she started to tell me about this wonderful event that she was chairing and that she would be working with the American Cancer Society. And she told me that she was looking for someone to serve as the honorary survivor chair. So I said to Lisa, "Well, give me a couple of days and I'll see who I can come up with." And she said, "No, silly, I'm asking you to serve as the honorary chair." I was diagnosed with breast cancer 4 years ago, just days after my 40th birthday. I was fortunate though, it was caught early. I didn't need chemotherapy or radiation therapy. I did, however, have to undergo multiple surgeries and eventually had to have a mastectomy. Then last year, I had a scare on my other side, and although that biopsy came back negative, I decided that I would do a prophylactic mastectomy just for the peace of mind. Even though I had cancer, I didn't allow cancer to have me. In fact, it was not a death sentence for me, it was a life sentence. I used my clinical experience as an occupational therapist and also my personal experience as a survivor to develop a breast cancer rehab program. And I also wrote a manual called the Mastectomy Manual to help women after surgery get back to their daily activities. If there's one message I want to get across tonight, it's that I truly believe a mammogram saved my life. You see, I had no reason to even go for my mammogram. I could have easily ignored it. I have no family history of breast cancer. I'm in relatively decent shape, and there was no reason for me to believe that I would be at risk for cancer. So I thank God every day that I had the wisdom enough to follow through with my doctor's orders. So whether it's a mammogram, a colonoscopy, a prostate exam, I encourage you to get those screening tests done. It truly can save your life and save your family a lot of heartache. Following my diagnosis, cancer consumed my life. But it's been 4 years now, and I no longer use cancer to define me. In fact, I'm so much more than a cancer patient. I'm a wife and a mother. I've been married for 17 years to my husband, Raj, and Raj is my rock that I lean on, and he's my soft place to fall when I need a shoulder to cry on. I'm also a mom, and these are my two beautiful boys. This is Timmy and Kaveen. They were 10 and 7 at the time of my diagnosis, and I thank my boys for being my inspiration and being the ones to give meaning to my life. I'm also a daughter, and I have my parents here tonight.
Mommy, are you okay?
I want to thank my mom and dad for being there for me, for every one of my surgeries. God knows I've had a lot of them. And they're the one constant in my life that I can count on. I'm also a sister, an aunt, and a friend. And a lot of you are here in the audience tonight. I want to thank you for supporting me through what was undoubtedly the hardest period of my life, and for helping me with my children and my family after all my surgeries, and for continuing to walk beside me on that journey. I'm starting to sound like an Academy Award speech, and I'm trying to avoid that, so I'm going to wrap things up. But one last thing I want to say is that I'm not the only cancer survivor in my family. My father is a prostate cancer survivor of 15 years. And I stand here also to honor all of you who have fought the disease, who continue to fight the disease, or have lost someone to the disease. I am here to honor you. You truly are my hero. Thank you and have a good night.
We were bonding earlier at a candy table set up. M&M's and jelly beans, and like I didn't eat any more than I do now, but when you see candy, you know that's the table you go for. Last but not least, I'd like to introduce our event chair and also our distinguished events manager for the American Cancer Society. Please welcome our event chair, Elisa Blecker, and Susan Christine, distinguished events manager for the American Cancer Society.
I'm so honored and I'm pleased to serve as the 2011 Concert for Cause Chair. I had a lot of thank yous in order and I didn't want to miss anybody in my thank yous, but I decided to scrap all that, and with the day we had and the week everybody had, I decided that those who I need to thank were your audience for your participation, for coming out in this weather. We really didn't know if we were going to have an event. It was touch and go all day. So you are the persons that I need to thank for attending and giving your support this evening to the American Cancer Society. But I wanted to scrap that because there is one person who I truly need to thank. He has stood by me for 1 year. He served as my honorary chair, co-chair, and his name is Barry Brown. So please. I'd like to call Vitalia V. He's put up with a lot, putting up with these two very demanding women. That's true, yeah. I'm supposed to say, oh!
And get two of them.
He's put his heart, his soul, and then more into this, and we couldn't be more grateful for all the time and effort and giving his gift to everyone tonight so that we could all enjoy his musical talent. So we are presenting Maestro Vitaly Capri, Ambassador for the American Cancer Society, second annual concert for Calls 2011 with love, Lisa Blecker and Susan Christine. prize, John Gleason from Digestive Diseases. I nominated a few people for my event for a special award this past year. And I'm very pleased to present this award to Digestive Diseases and to John Gleason. And it's the Presidential Volunteer Service Award. This is a seal and a signed letter by the President of the United States in recognition for their outstanding achievements in supporting the American Cancer Society. John and his group has been a rock for the American Cancer Society for many, many years, and they continue to step up to the plate each year when they've asked, can you do more than you did last year? And with open arms, the answer is always yes. And without such great support, as well as with Burke's Cardiology this year, we would not be able to put on an event like we have tonight. There are so many people to thank, and I hope that you'll take the time in the program booklet. This is really weird because I really can't see you. It's like a fog, when you're driving and there's, you can't see anything in front of you. I hope you'll take the time to look in the program booklet, the thank you message that I shared with everybody. The next thing that you're going to see is a video, and we really wanted to be able to show all of you, some of you who may not know what your American Cancer Society does. Most people, if you ask them, what does the American Cancer Society do? They recognize us as a national organization, and they know that we do research. They don't really know very much about what we do on a local level. We are right here in your community, serving the people who are facing this journey, and hopefully helping them to not face this alone. The survivors that are in the video that you're about to see are in the audience tonight. If you get a chance to meet them, please shake their hand, say thank you to them. They are so incredibly brave. I met these people just a few minutes before we started this video process and just kind of gave them a little rundown of what this was going to be about. And you would have thought that they were seasoned actors and actresses. They did a really wonderful job. There's a little bit of pauses here and there. None of this is perfect. There's really nothing in life that's perfect. But there's a lot of really beautiful things. You all being here tonight is a beautiful thing, and so are all the survivors and the people who were in this video. So please enjoy this video, enjoy the night, and thank you so very much. You are helping cancer survivors celebrate another birthday.